Story 1. Long haul truckers. What's the creepiest / most paranormal thing you've seen? Blah, 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 blah.
It's like the Pink Panther. He's like, hamburger. I would like to order one hamburger. That movie's so good.
I need to, see it again. I haven't seen it since Blockbuster was a thing.
We watched it, I shit you not, 2 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
It holds up well.
It's a pretty staple. It's not, the first time we've watched it, either.
Yeah.
We've watched it quite a few times since we've lived in this house.
Nice.
So,
I want Pink Panther as my Halloween costume.
Yeah, you did tell me that. Yeah. Anyway.
Long haul truckers. What's the creepiest / most paranormal thing you've seen on the road at night? A good friend of mine told me this story years ago. He's a stereotypical old big bad trucker. I've seen some weird stuff with him driving in South Texas along the border. He never batted an eye, but while telling me this story, he had goosebumps and a concerned expression, which from this guy is about the equivalent of a trembling lip and shit-stained pants. Okay. I'm just imagining the tough guy on SpongeBob with his mustache.
Yeah. He just has, small goosebumps, but in SpongeBob, they, zoom in on it, and all those goosebumps would be, shivering.
Yeah. I'll tell this story in first person as he told it to me. Years ago, in the late 90s, I was on my way from the house in Central Texas, heading to...
Laredo.
Thanks. Heading to Laredo to pick up a load. It was early morning, around 4 or 5. I had just caught off a string of days at home, so I know I wasn't tired. I'm on one of those 2-lane winding roads in the absolute middle of bumfuck nowhere when I see something on the side of the road at the edge of my high beams. At first, I just thought it was roadkill, as is usually the case. As I get closer, I see that it's roadkill, and there's something crouching over the deer carcass. I remember thinking that either this guy's taking the antlers as a trophy or he's fucking sick. As I got closer, I can now see that the guy's eating the fucking deer. He's pulling chunks of meat from the stomach and bringing them up to his face. I didn't read this morning. At this point, he stops mid-motion and looks up at me. Not at my truck, but at me. He/it stands up. That's when I see that it's huge, brown, and covered in hair. I remember thinking at this point, oh fuck. This thing standing on the tiny shoulders looking at me. By this point, maybe 3 seconds have passed, and I'm about to get to the point in the road where he's standing at. I didn't even think of stopping. In fact, I'm starting to lay on it and get the hell out of there. As I'm passing it, it's looking at me again, not the truck. It's looking through the driver's windshield at me. He obviously has the intelligence to know that there's a driver in there and knows where I'm sitting. As I start to pass him, I see its head above the... of an old needle-nosed Pete. Okay, I'll just say that. I don't know what it means. As I start to pass him, I can still see its head over the hood of an old needle-nosed Pete. Oh, it's an old truck. Wow, look at that being in parentheses. Asking you shall receive. This thing is fucking giant. I remember seeing what looked like human intelligence in his eyes, and it scared the shit out of me. TLDR Bigfoot, maybe? Eating a deer on the side of the road.
Ew. Ew, story 2. Okay, because, I don't know. What
the fuck is that?
Yeah, what? It had to be either a monster or a really disturbed person.
Did you watch Extreme Couponers?
Yes.
There's a guy who, maybe it wasn't Extreme, it was Extreme Cheapskates or something like that. Where he's like, oh yeah, roadkill, bada boom, bada bing, slice it up. I'm like, what if this guy was like, why wait? Let me eat some of it now.
Ooh, but see, okay.
He's like, it's basically deer tartare.
No, okay. Eating roadkill, especially in some communities where poverty is really high, is normal. Totally normal.
It's meat, bada boom.
It's meat. You take it home, you cook all of the parasites, you cook all of the, bacteria and bad things that could be in it out. You cook the fuck out of it and you eat it. It's food. Whatever. Yeah. Eating deer tartare on the side of the road where flies have been landing in that carcass and laying their little eggs that become nuggets. Yeah, it's disgusting. If you guys have ever read Butcher and Blackbird.
I hate maggots.
Yeah, orzo pasta. Is it pasta? Is orzo?
Orzo, yeah, it's
pasta. Okay.
It's a rice-shaped pasta.
Yeah, so...
You know, I haven't had orzo since I read that book, and I used to eat it a lot, and I think it's my subconscious being like...
Yeah, anything that's
grab a different noodle.
Maggot-shaped.
Any other noodle.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, it's so hard for me to, like, eat anything like rice or anything from a restaurant because there's weevils that get into rice and flour.
Oh.
You know what those are?
I've seen a weevil.
Yeah.
But I didn't think about that.
They get in. That's why you're supposed to, like, put your flour, like, either in an airtight container or, like, I keep mine in the freezer because it keeps weevils away. But, yeah, like, rice is the same way. If you leave it out, it can get weevils. And so whenever I eat rice from restaurants, it makes me, like, feel weird.
There's extra protein in there.
And now I'm definitely not going to eat it. Because that's all I'm going to hear in my head now. No, this is disgusting. And if it's a monster, ew.
Super gross.
Super gross. You should not be a monster anymore.
Dangerous. You should take your dinner and not eat it on the side of the road because you might get hit by a car.
Do you remember that Bigfoot book that I told you about?
Yes,
yeah,
I do.
Yeah. So it's hard for me to be like, yeah, this is Bigfoot because the Bigfoot in those books are mammoths. Like, they're huge. And I feel like this thing is probably big. Maybe it's a baby Bigfoot. Are there baby Bigfoots?
I imagine they don't just, like, come out as, like, fully formed Bigfoot, so there's got to be a baby version.
Okay, here's a question. So, smut aside. Okay, removing the smut out of our brains. Try to do that.
Extract.
Oh my god! You know what I just realized? Those beams have the wood says February 24th, 2005. Anyway, sorry. Wow. Do you think that Bigfoots, like, out in the wild do the dirty and, like,
yeah, that's the Bigfoot calls that people hear. That's actually what that is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're.
Are you being, like, serious? Or...
I'm totally kidding. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, because I do wonder, like, all the monsters out there. So, because there's so many of them, how do they become those monsters? Like, do they do the deed, and that's how they...
I imagine it's like the salmon run, where all the Bigfoot follow a river and they converge in one
area. Yeah, and they all just go crazy for a little bit.
Orgy.
A Bigfoot a borgy.
Yeah.
There's something pokey in my sleeve, that's why I'm messing with it. Yeah, a borgy, if you will. They all meet up and have a big hairy fuck fest.
Us removing the smut from our mind. Clearly.
No, but it's a genuine thought, because, like, how do monsters stay populated?
Well, there's that one movie about Wendigos. I think this might be what it's called. I don't know if I'm remembering this movie correctly now that I'm thinking about it.
Cool.
I'm not.
Okay. Yeah. Are you thinking about
there's, like,
antlers?
Maybe antlers.
Because they're, like...
how they, like, become...
They become it after they're, like...
That's
bitten.
what I'm thinking of, yeah.
Yeah, or, like, they, like, get infected or, like, attacked and then they become one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that,
Yeah, kind of like vampire adjacent.
Kicked by a Bigfoot.
Kicked?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The foot contact will then make your feet really big.
I would think more like if they, like, touch you and their, like, hair gets on you, it just kind of like spreads. You know how, like, a mole, like, will get a little bit of a hair on it?
Yeah.
It's like that one point of contact just, like, sprouts a little lump of hair and you're like, oh, that's weird. I didn't used to have hair there. And then, like, every day you get hairier and hairier until one day you're like Cousin It.
Just running through the forest.
Just hair shimmying everywhere. And then you're over by a carcass eating a deer on the side of the road, but nobody can tell that it's you because it's just a full length of hair.
What a nightmare, because I have curly hair. What a nightmare to detangle if all of me is hair.
It'd be so matted.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd be like, all right, give me the, you know how like dogs get the, they're like butts shaved so they don't get poop on them?
Yeah.
I'd be like,
we need to
give me the,
you gotta trim it right above my butt. My sister got a hair mat one time so bad that they had to buzz her hair off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because she like wouldn't brush her hair. So,
that'll do it.
Yeah, she had to get like really short hair.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would look like my brother with short hair.
Yeah.
No, brother.
I've heard a lot of like scary trucker stories. Like there's a lot out there on Reddit and also just people on TikTok and stuff posting that a lot of scary stuff happens. And I will say a lot of the scary stuff that they do see typically is of people, like actual scary people.
Yeah.
But there are some scary stories about supernatural stuff too.
Yeah, just a bit unexplained.
Yeah.
But I feel like the people's stories are scarier than the paranormal and the unexplained.
Yeah, people's stories I feel like are always scarier because it's, you know that it's real. Mm-hmm. Like last night when we were in the haunted house, the only part that I got even like remotely scared at was we went into this room right before the end of the first leg of the haunted house, and it was full of fog. Like, literally the entire room was full of fog, and it was one big strobe light that lit up the whole room, and there was, like, a big cage in the middle with a woman inside, and, like, you could not see anything in this room besides, like, and the strobe light was slow, too, so it was, like,
spooky.
Like, it was, like, very slow. So you could not see anything besides, like, your hand right in front of your face because of how foggy it was. And they were, like, not directing anybody, so I could not see where I was going. And I was, like, I did not know how to get out of the room. So I was, like, feeling along the wall the whole time. And I was like, no, it's not that way. No, it's not that way. Yeah. And I have asthma. So I was like, I'm going to die. Yeah. Like, I can't get out of this room. I can't see. I can't breathe right now. Like, I'm choking. And so I was, like, starting to panic a little bit trying to get out. And then finally I found, like, the door that, like, pushed out to get outside. And I walked out and I was like, I didn't like that.
Yeah,
and Quinn
that was
like,
too much.
He was like, oh yeah, you got scared? I was like, yeah, that actually genuinely scared me because it was real. Like, it was something asphyxiating me. I was dying. I felt like I was going to die. Yeah. So that scared me. But anything else, like all the actors and stuff, that doesn't scare me.
Right.
It doesn't get me. The little jump scares don't get me. Like,
yeah.
You know?
It'll be like ooh, that was a good one. But I'm usually like proud of them for committing to character.
Yeah.
I'm like, good job, buddy.
Will say the illusion was broken twice right off the bat. So when we first walked in, there was a group of young, like 12, 13-year-old girls right in front of us throughout the line and then into the haunted house.
Okay.
And there were 4 of them, and they were already scared outside with the actors walking around. And so we got inside, and it was right off the entrance. The girl started screaming because there was an animatronic right in front of, like, where you walk in. And there was a guy behind us who, like, let us in, and he was in character. And Quentin starts laughing really loud because the girl's already screaming. And he was like, we have entertainment the whole way. And the actor was like, I love this shit. He was like, that's my favorite right there. And Quentin was like, yeah. He was like, we get to follow him the whole way. Yeah. And the guy was like, yeah, I love that shit. Have fun.
It's so funny.
I was like, okay. Suspended disbelief, like, gone right now.
Totally gone, yeah.
And then we were, like, walking behind them, and probably 5 minutes later, so all of the actors, obviously, were, like, jumping out and scaring them, but then they were, like, following them, so we were just following the scare actor. Like, they were, like, walking in front of us, like, being all creepy, and multiple times they, like, turned around and they were like, oh! Like, we scared them! Because they didn't expect us to be behind them. Because we gave, like, big gaps, because, like, we wanted to not be right up against them the whole time. Right. So we're just, like, walking real slow, like, looking at everything. But there was this one time that this girl was, like, going up and scaring them, and she was dressed up as a crazy patient or something. Mm-hmm. And I guess her phone fell out of her pocket.
Oh, shit.
And she, like, so she was scaring them. And after the girls went around the corner, she, like, reached down for her phone and picked it up and turned around, and she went like this. And she goes, ah! Both of us were like, cool. And we just, like, walked around her. I was like, damn, like,
so
twice
funny.
of these people have been like, oh, actually, we're real people.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, so it was really funny, but the whole time we were, like, trailing behind groups that had people all following them, and they turn around and they'd be like, brah! We're like, we already saw you, man. Like, get out of here.
I went to a haunted house in, essentially, like, it used to be a JCPenney, and now it wasn't anything, so they're like, let's make it a haunted house.
Yeah.
So it still has all the display cases and racks in there.
Yeah.
So we're going through it, and we're like, okay, like, this is cute. Like, they're trying. There's a fog machine, sure.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy who, like, runs out of nowhere and then just, like, crashes into one of the, like, jewelry display cases. And I was like, this haunted house is really good.
Yeah.
And I was like, how are they going to reset this for the next people? And then I realized he doesn't move. And then I see, like, one of the people come over with a walkie-talkie, like, hey, we need some help over here. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
This guy really good. To be fair, it was really good. Best haunted house I've ever been to.
Because of that one spot.
You really committed.
Yeah. I think that there need to be more liminal space haunted houses, because I feel like liminal spaces are really scary, and there's not any haunted houses that kind of follow that, like, backrooms vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Like, having it in a JCPenney where it's all, like, we were, I mean, not like this, but we were joking in line last night about how they need to make haunted houses based off of, like, real stuff. Like, you walk into a room and it's, like, Severance, and it's, like, the bright overhead lights and the drop tile ceilings and people, like, sitting at their computers and somebody's, like, playing solitaire, and the manager comes up from behind, they're like, you need to be working. And then, like, the next room is, like, you're supposed to go up and, like, pay your taxes.
That'd be so funny.
But I think in that same breath, like, a liminal space where you walk in and it's, like, a vast room with, like, drop tiles and, like, fluorescent lights and, like, nothing, but there's no doors, and, like, the one door leads into another room that's just like it. I think
I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, if they took that JCPenney's, literally just made it a JCPenney's.
Yeah.
And then made that itself creepy.
Yeah.
I think
like, you're locked
right,
into in a JCPenney that's been abandoned. That's scary.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need another hillbilly podunk farm with radioactive people. Like, I don't need another insane asylum hospital. Like, I've been through that. Give me an IKEA. I'm locked in. Give me an office
can't leave
space
until you assemble this dresser.
Give me a parking garage. Like, give me something that's not...
Honestly, like, a parking garage where, like, nothing's in there. It's just you.
Just parking garage.
And it's like, find your car.
Yeah. It's like 50
you can
floors
see your
high.
car. Murderer.
Yeah, in the back seat. Sorry, you should have checked. No, I also told Quentin last night, I was like, we should open a year-round haunted house.
That'd be so fun.
And he was like, that's too much work, and you like, wouldn't make enough money to make it a thing. And I was like, okay, there are no other haunted houses that are open year-round.
Right.
Like, this, I mean, besides, like, McCamey Manor, which is not a haunted house at all. You sure? Do you know what McCamey Manor is? Oh, McCamey Manor, I was like, do you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's that guy who has a haunted house. It's not a haunted house. It is literally, like, he takes a person in and tortures them for hours.
You told me about this. Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with
very
the house.
strange. Yeah.
But I think, I'm like, it would be one of the only places people are, like, always talking about how they want to go to haunted houses all year.
The people yearn for them.
I yearn for them. I'm like, I would keep myself in business.
Yeah.
So if you can only imagine, and if you made it affordable, like,
Yeah.
okay, imagine, so right now, haunted houses are like, trademarking this, bitch.
Patent pending.
Haunted houses right now, they charge like $50 plus a ticket.
Yeah.
Right? So imagine you have a year or full year-long haunted house. You may be closed like Monday, Tuesdays. So that way the people who work there have a day off. I have some days off, you know. Mm-hmm. You close Monday, Tuesdays. You're open Wednesday through Sunday.
Yeah.
You charge $20 a ticket.
Yeah.
You'd outmarket every other fucking haunted house in your area.
Absolutely.
On top of that, you make so much money, your production value is like through the roof. Mm-hmm. You're providing like Halloween Horror Nights effects all year round. So you have people all over the globe coming to your haunted house.
Yeah. You should have an escape room option and like a little bar / coffee shop.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Trademark. Sorry.
TM, patent pending.
If you enjoyed that little story, be sure to watch the full episode here.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazzy.
Jazzy? I see what you did there. Wait, what was that?